Wow. I mean, did you know that pregnant women should really sleep on their side? Back and stomach? Not good. Sleep on the side.
I guess I just assumed they would sleep on their stomach.
Well, sleep on the side. So, welcome to another Schmatchler Pad edition of the Schmatchler Pad. I don't have anything specific for you. Super Bowl Sunday. As you can see, we're Steelers fans, so we're a little upset we didn't make the Super Bowl this year, but
neither did the Bengals.
Boom, or the Browns.
Suck it, Alan.
Boom, Browns fans. But we're still going to talk about the Super Bowl. So, obviously, as a Steelers fan, we should be rooting for the 49ers.
Ooh. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to root this evening in a couple hours. This Smatchler is not going to be watching this game with his woman because she doesn't exist. And I will be rooting for the Baltimore Browns, Baltimore Colts, Baltimore Ravens.
That's right.
The Baltimore Ravens. I will be rooting for them. And here's why. Because of a super old man named Ray Lewis. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, didn't he consume deer antlers to gain strength?
And kill a human being.
Which
killed a person.
I feel like they two go hand in hand. If you're consuming deer antler, you know. But anyway, this is why I'm rooting for the Ravens. Because I love storybook happy endings. Now, if you'll recall, Super Bowl 40, Jerome Bettis, the bus, came home to Detroit for the Super Bowl. Picture perfect retirement. It gets me. It gets me every time. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I know.
Fast forward a couple more years. Brett Favre, Minnesota, playing against the Saints. He's got it in the bag. All the man has to do, take a knee, heads to the Super Bowl against Peyton Manning, and wins one and retires. Instead, he throws an interception, which is kind of a nice way for him to end his career.
I believe it was a pick six, even.
Yeah, might have been.
I don't know that for sure, but I think it might have been.
Blew the game, came back one more year, took a picture, ruined his whole legacy.
Right.
So, Ray Lewis, little bumpy ride, but I just love nothing more than a nice, solid storybook retirement. The guy's been wanting it for the past 3 seasons. He's just destroying his body to try to get it. He's consuming all sorts of animal parts and whatnot to gain strength to do this.
Here is where he's wrong. I'm not rooting for the 49ers so much as I'm rooting against the Ravens. Because I think, as a Steelers fan, the Steelers' biggest rival right now is definitely the Ravens.
That's true.
It's not the Browns because they're so bad that you can't. I mean, it's not even really a rivalry. It's like a 25-year-old man punching a 12-year-old child.
Are you referring to what I did yesterday? Is that?
No, I wasn't going to bring that up, but clearly you did. But that's what it's like. So it's really not a rivalry. It's just one person beating up on another person. So it's not that fun. With the Ravens, though, we go back and forth. It's a good matchup. But because they're our rival, I don't want to see them win because then they can brag about that to Steelers fans, and that's not something that I want. So I'm sorry, Zach Carrier. You're the only Ravens fan I know, but I've got to root against them.
Probably the only person that watches this, too.
He's one of our dedicated followers, so we like to give our dedicated followers shout-outs every now and then. But yeah, I just can't root for the Ravens for that reason. I also can't root for Ray Lewis. First of all, he killed a human being, and there was no, anything happened to him because of that. Secondly,
so did Moses.
He definitely took deer antler spray because the dude tore his tricep, which is usually a 4-month recovery, and he recovered in 10 weeks. dude's on something. And I can't root for a cheater.
Brothers.
Go 49ers.